look at my hydroponics system, and it's probably going to be a little bit shaky because of the tiny little wee camera I'm using, but you should be able to get an overall picture of it. It was more of a test to see whether I can actually see what I can grow hydroponically without too many hassles. We've got 4 crops in this system. It's got kale, pop choy, and 2 varieties of lettuce. One is the iceberg and the other is what they call, it's a seed from the Mr. Fothergill's seed group. It's called an all year round lettuce. And it does heart up like like the iceberg. It's a tight headed lettuce. Yeah, so, and basically just how simple it was to set up. I mean, the whole construction of the system was under $200. It includes the pump, the tote. I already had all the plumbing, all the 100mm pipe that was left over from another job I'd done. But it needs a few refinements. At the end of the day, if it works and I can expand on it, I can produce, depending on how I go about it, I'm hoping to produce 100 lettuces, organic lettuces every week. Not on this system, because that's only got 4 9 to 30, only got 36 holes, so obviously I'm going to have to get something a bit bigger. I'll mock together a greenhouse to do it all in, so it's all in an environment where I don't have to worry about bugs and, you know, which I'm a fan for controlling the environment, because if you don't control it, I mean, a lot of fruit and veg today in the stores is all done on visual presentation, not necessarily on taste. So hence we have this problem where we don't have some really flavourful food, veggie products in the stores anymore. Yeah, so that's been my little project this week. Yeah, so I'll get around to I'll show you that, and I'll go and edit the video and put it up on Facebook. Right, this is my little test hydroponics system. Right here I've got a row of kale. Oh, didn't really zoom that fast, but it's a bit wobbly here. That was all planted. Today is Thursday, they tell me. This was all planted last Sunday. That's all kale. Now we come to the next row. You can see it. We had a miss here. Joe seems to think she might not have put a seed in the little hole. And this here is bok choy. That seems to be going like a rocket. Oh. You can see they're doing all pretty good, barring the fact that one hasn't, either A hasn't got a seed in it or germinated. I'm not 100% sure there. So that's the bok choy. Now this next row is again we've got a miss, if you notice, in the second pot along there. First pot to take. Oh, I don't like to focus on this camera very much. You can see there, and I'm just going to come around the other side here, so I'm a bit wobbly for a second. Now, this row here is one that Mr. Fothergill will sell as a seed as a all year lettuce. I'm not 100% sure. They're a tight head, a bit like an iceberg, so I've only ever grown those in soil in the past, or potting mix. So it'll be interesting to see how they come up in the hydroponics. Then over the front one here, row, which I call row 1, we started off at row 4. These are an iceberg lettuce. And I'm going to move a little bit sideways here, a bit wobbly. As you can see, they're looking good. This is only it's actually the 4th day. And I'm pretty amazed by the germination rate I've got there. Looks like all the iceberg have taken. We've got one missing out of the all year round. Oh no, 2 missing out of the all year round. Now, as Jo pointed out, she may have missed dropping a seed in those. We'll look back over toward the kale, the bok choy, I should say. They're all looking pretty good. But again, we got one that didn't fire. And we're over at our kale. Just see if I can get it in a bit tighter. Oh, really don't like this camera that much. One of the little $200 handy cams. I prefer a full-size camera. And the system is pretty basic. I'll just quickly go over it. It's you can look, I don't know if you can see down in there. I'll just around this way a bit better. Kind of look at a bit wider on the loom here. You go in here, there's a tiny little pump down in there. No, you can't really see it. I've got no aeration running at the moment, primarily because I've actually got the water splashing in there, so I'm getting a bit of aeration from that. We've got a wee leak here, you can see with a bucket. Basically what's happening, I've got going from the pump, and unfortunately when I went in the other day to Bunnings to get the water line, they couldn't provide me a black tube, but it's pumping at 1200 litres per hour. Give you an idea, the whole system only holds 140 litres of water, so it shouldn't get algae because it's just pumping really quickly. That comes up. Over that we had to tape that up because I started to get a crimp in the hose where it went down into here. Then that tube runs to the other end and back through here and up to that end. And then back to the outlet. Now the outlet, you might be wondering why it's got that little elbow on it. That by moving that out, moving that up and down, I can adjust the height of the fluid in the pipes, because they are 100 millimetre stormwater pipe. So there's quite a bit of volume up there. There's, I think if I remember rightly, about a good 30 litres of water, solution sitting in just in the pipes. My tote is a 100 litre tote, and that's basically it. There's my little test hydroponic system. If this one works, then we'll expand it, and we'll keep this here for doing testing what other crops I can do, the leafy greens I can do up here. So that's basically it.